Ethiopia, amujambo ndugu zetu, salamu toka Kenya, twazituma kwenu nyote, muishi kwa amani na upendo siku zote. Amujambo Ethiopia.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, all of you? Thank you for watching this video from Abu Jambo. This is One Day. I'm always sharing with you guys a topic that's very important for us, okay? Today, I'm sharing this one in English because the next video is in English. The officer explains how you interact with police officers when you are pulled over. So we have to think about, something that is unusual. Probably when you are driving on the streets, probably you may have an interaction with an officer. So the officer might pull you over. It can be in a highway, it can be anywhere. So how do we interact with officers? This is an informative. It informs how you interact. Your interaction actually may save life. You never know. In America, I'm from Ethiopia. We have our communities. The way how we are handling
the interaction with the police officer back home is different, right?
Totally different from America. That's why I'm sharing with you guys, especially those young teenagers, the way how they react matters. Anything that you do something wrong on the street, it may cost life. So it would be nice to get informed what to do. Usually when the police officer pulls you over, they may ask you certain questions, right? We have to just answer those, and just in a calm way, we can interact and our day will be good. Unless and otherwise, what's going to happen is that everywhere we are seeing some crazy stuff going on in America or anywhere else, So in America, we have every time we have a problem, but let's change the way how we interact. At some point, probably that will save life. In America, it's easy to talk to the officer because you might be nervous or you might be angry because he pulled you over, You may be good driver or you didn't do wrong, but until the officer identifies that you're free to go, it would be nice to interact calmly, That makes you, be free and share with the officer. In fact, there are some officers who are anxious, who are angry, a difficult situation for them as well. So probably he may have a bad day. Whatever it happens on the streets, probably we hear those bad things happening. So from that, we have to just contribute what we can do. I have seen lots of bad things happening in this country. So would be nice if the officers are calming, they can calm down their anger, and also the person who is driving the car can try to bring their anger down. At that point, probably the communication will be safe. The officers want you to do something, or probably, some of the officers may be very calm, gentle, and very professional. In fact, there are a few of them who are, acting like, I don't know what to say, but anyways, I don't want to say anything, but I'm sharing with you this video because the officer who was actually very nice, he shared his video. So I really appreciate for making this video for the public to create some awareness so that everybody will be, safe on the road. Okay. So I think this is a good idea. You guys can, share among yourself, or you can just interact how you can respond. That's what I observed. The funny thing is, to tell you frankly, I never get pulled over. I never had any kind of tickets. I drive as safe as I can, I'm not rushing. I'm not speeding up. I never get any tickets. I never had any kind of interaction with police officers. The first interaction I had was actually when I was buying my first car in Vegas. In fact, he just pulled me over because my car has no plate, because that's a new car. In Vegas, you get a temporary paper that they give you because the police officer was following me, but he just stopped me. And by the time even I was not, I'm new to the country and everything, the interaction was very good. And I told to the officer that, hey officer, how are you? I say like that. Most people, they don't say that. I say to the officer, hey, how are you, officer? How are you doing? I'm good. Yeah. That was my first interaction. Then he asked me, do you know why I pulled you over? No, I don't know. But did I do anything wrong? No, you didn't do anything wrong, but you don't have license plate. I told him that in Nevada, I got this car yesterday. I'm just driving, in case if something is okay or not. Then the police officer said, okay, that's fine. Do you have a permit for that? Okay, I have a permit. I just showed him. Then he said, okay, you're good to go. All right, thank you, sir. That's what I said, and actually the interaction was good. So that's my experience. That's how we interact with officers, and we make our day fine. I never had any tickets. I'm lucky, I don't speed. If you're speeding, if you are just crossing red light, if you are doing something wrong at traffic stop, if you are doing some stuffs, if you're drinking, still probably that would be a red flag. Make sure that you drive safe, okay? Thank you so much. Enjoy the video next, okay? The video follows. I'm out. Abu Jambo, you can make sure that you subscribe for this, huh? I'm telling you, just subscribe and get the new information. Bayagizo no. That's what we say in Ethiopia. We say like Bayagizo, Bayagizo no. Information no Bayagizo. Okay, follow the video, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Stay safe.
Hello everyone. I'd like to share with you what to do if you're stopped by a law enforcement officer while you're driving. When you first got your driver's license, you were taught to obey the speed limit, stop at stop signs, and don't drink and drive. But what you probably weren't taught was what to do if you get pulled over by a law enforcement officer. So in this video, which is only a few minutes long, I'd like to give you a couple suggestions on what to do. First of all, remember that there are many reasons you might get stopped by a law enforcement officer. It could be something as simple as letting you know that one of your brake lights are out or that you're driving crazy. So even though it's nerve-wracking, stay calm and please be patient. You wouldn't think so, but traffic stops are one of the most deadliest situations that law enforcement have to deal with. When we walk up to a car, we don't know who's inside or what's going on in the car, especially if we can't see inside. Because of that, there are certain things that make us nervous, things that send up red flags. And a good plan is just to help each other avoid them. For starters, if you have tinted windows, roll them down, all of them, front and back. We need to be able to see in the car. Also, when you're being pulled over, and as the officer approaches your car, please keep your hands on your steering wheel. Don't put your hands in your pockets or reach for anything in the console or glove compartment. We don't want to see you leaning over and making any sudden movements or reaching for something under your seat. We don't know if you're going after a weapon or your paperwork. So please just don't do it. Same for your passengers. It's not that they have to put their hands up in the air or anything like that. On their lap is fine. We would appreciate everybody keeping their hands where we can see them. Once we get to your car, we'll give you instructions like, hey, we need to see your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. At that point, you can say to the officer, hey, my driver's license is in my back pocket, it's in my front pocket, console, wherever it is it okay for me to get it? Then wait for our instruction. Don't reach for anything until you're instructed to do so. To make this go more smoothly, one of the things I recommend is having your vehicle registration and proof of insurance together in the same envelope. I personally use a case with a Velcro closure. I bought mine at a car wash. You can get them on Amazon for $5. And hey, if you got Prime, you got free shipping. If you keep all of your information in a case like that, you can easily hand it over to the officer along with your ID or your driver's license. And a little hint for those of you that have the last 10 years of your registration and insurance renewals, throw them away. You don't need them. Having to dig through all those papers just makes this whole process take longer. You just need one, and that's the current one. Most of us will ask you if you have any guns, knives, hand grenades, bazookas. Not that you have any bazookas, but hey, it breaks the ice. Let us know if it's in your console, your front pocket, or wherever it is. But for goodness sake, please do not say, yes, I have one right here, and then start reaching for it. Don't do that. Wait for the officer to instruct you on how to proceed. And for those of you that have a CCW that allows you to carry a firearm, let the officer know right away while your hands are still on the steering wheel. We'll give you instructions on what to do. Once we have your license and other information, our dispatchers have to verify that everything is valid. Depending on how busy the dispatcher is with radio traffic and other calls, it may take a few minutes and it might feel like it's taking forever, but we want you to get on your way as soon as possible so please be patient. Hey, we understand that getting stopped is inconvenient, frustrating, or even scary. And you might get a ticket, and you might get a warning, and you're nervous. As I said, we're nervous too. Let's just be respectful to each other so that we can all go on our day when it's over. So the simple rule to remember is just this: no surprises. We have a job to do, and we want your contact with us to be positive, and we want to make sure that after this stop, we go home safely and that you go home safely. But whether you get a ticket or not, remember, a ticket is not worth a life, not yours or ours, and all lives matter. I encourage you to share this video with your children, your family, your friends, to make sure everybody is educated and that we can work together to make traffic stops stress-free as possible with everybody involved. On behalf of thousands of officers, thank you for watching this, sharing this video. Again, we thank you and have a great day.
Ethiopia, hamujambo ndugu zetu, salamu toka Kenya, twazituma kwenu nyote, muishi kwa amani na upendo siku zote, hamujambo.